Spiritual work is not an emotional game. It's a thinking man's game. See, you got to be in this for the long run, not for short-term gratification. A lot of people enter into this with the mindset that things are going to transpire within a day or two, or maybe even 3 weeks. You have a lot of people playing on people's emotion. You have a lot of spiritualists, rather, I say, that play on people's emotion. They'll tell a person 21 days, they'll tell a person 48 hours, they may even tell a person 24-hour results. And most people jump onto it because they don't have to exercise any self control whatsoever. When you're really doing spiritual work, it is something that requires it requires for an individual to exercise self control, self discipline. The act of not picking up your phone and calling, a person who you're working on to get obsessively is an act of self control. It is an act of restraint. By not feeding in to the foolishness that you may experience on work is an act of self control, an act of discipline. Many of us, we've been taught to be emotional. We grew up in a world that says if something happens, you emotionally respond to these situations. But I want to tell people today is that if you enter into doing spiritual work, this is something where you can't be in the emotional realm. You cannot. It will not work. Spiritual work is a thinking man's game. You got to get out your fucking feelings. Oh, you have a desire. You're told not to call someone if you're doing love magic. You're told not to call someone, not to harass them. Here you go. You jump into this, oh my God, I miss him so much. You call them on Facebook, you call them from, you don't find them on Facebook, so what do? You go on WhatsApp, you call them. So that you don't find them on WhatsApp, what do? You go to their landline and call them. You don't find them on the landline, what do? You go to you go to the cell phone to call them, and then now you wonder why you're blocked, and now you wonder why the person has a restraining order against you. This is where emotionalism will lead you. You get on a job, someone's talking shit about you. What you do, you go confront the person, and then all of a sudden you get into an altercation. Now you're jobless, and now you can't pay your rent, so now you're almost fucking homeless. You're pretty much homeless. This is where emotionalism will lead you. This game here is a thinking man's sport.